2012, I was proud to have the opportunity to help start the Seaside Rotary Club here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. Seaside Rotary is unusual in that it's an English-speaking club here in Mexico. Our focus at Seaside Rotary is helping Playa's kids.
A member and his wife were at a restaurant, and children were in the back, one of the back areas of the restaurant, eating and then doing homework. It's a project that the owner decided to do for his neighborhood. The owner explained that these are kids from the neighborhood who come in on Saturday for a meal, but also get arts and crafts schooling and some reading schooling, and now even music.
We're working with the kids of the community. We're trying to make a change on the conscience of the kids, and also providing a workshop for the kids. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I got the support from Rotary Club since 3 years ago.
Gracias, Rotary. Gracias, Rotary.
A child with an empty stomach doesn't learn as well as one with a full stomach.
Thank you for the help, and we still continue working to make a better place to live.
This is a worthy project. It involves kids, it involves education, it involves feeding.
In 2012, when the Seaside Rotary Club was formed, Playa del Carmen was at a real healthcare crisis. People were coming into the city at a rate of about 100 people a day, and the infrastructure, especially the healthcare system, really couldn't support it. Fortunately, 2 years later, in 2014, a Red Cross hospital was built. Beautiful new facility. The only problem was they spent all the money building the building and none of the money on supplies. So they had no beds, no gurneys, no equipment, really nothing that is essential to run a hospital. Seaside Rotary saw an opportunity to help, seized the moment, and was able to raise $20,000 to bring $500,000 worth of medical equipment to the Red Cross Hospital. Seaside Rotary partnered with an organization called Project Cure. What Project Cure does is they gather used but good quality equipment from hospitals all around the country. They warehouse it and they distribute it to hospitals in need, like our Red Cross Hospital. It took us about a year to put it together, but when that tractor trailer arrived and the doors opened and we were able to unload all of that fantastic equipment, the volunteers from the Red Cross, the doctors, the nurses, everybody was really thrilled.
One of the projects Seaside Rotary is so proud of is the work we've done with schools in the Crystal Ray area. Crystal Ray is a low-income area way out in the jungle. We actually got the help of the government to build some schools, but they build the schools and walk away. And so no furnishing, no supplies, and that's where we did an adopt a classroom program and took care of that need. The private school, actually a bilingual school, teaching half in English and half a day in Spanish, we actually paid for one of the schoolrooms to be built. And thirdly, we actually put in a water purification plant in the Crystal Ray Elementary School, where the kids would have access to fresh, clean water and could even fill up their bottles of water and take home in the afternoon.
Thank you, Rotary Playa del Carmen. Gracias, Rotary.
Playa del Carmen's Seaside Rotary is also proud to support the KISS project, Keeping Kids in School. We provide funds for both school supplies and scholarships. Many children cannot go to school because the cost of school supplies is too much for their families. This year, Rotary volunteers and KISS volunteers will pack and distribute almost 3,000 bags of school supplies to schools that have been determined to be in need. Rotary also provides funds for scholarships through KISS. In Mexico, school is free through 9th grade, but even though students might have very good grades, they have to come up with money after that for tuition, school fees, an entrance exam, transportation, and uniforms. Rotary Seaside provides full 3-year scholarships for 3 students, allowing them to focus on their studies and completing their education. 100% of these students graduate and many continue to university, which makes a huge difference for their future financial stability.
We start our feeding program in a settlement called Torres de la Paz, which is in Playa del Carmen. So what we started doing was providing the food for around 80 children 3 times per week. What we are doing now is we are giving the supplies and giving the food to the school. And what is amazing on this project, the mothers and the fathers of the children got involved into this project, and they are the ones actually doing the breakfast for these children. We realized that this meal that the children are receiving sometimes is just the only meal that they receive per day.
We want to thank the Rotaries for giving us all the funds to get food for the kids. Many of them didn't have hot meals every day, and thanks to you, they all have good things to eat and a better health.
Our biggest project at Seaside Rotary is what we call the Big Six Medical Equipment Project. We raised funds with the help of a matching grant by Rotary International, and we were able to provide over $3 million of donated medical supplies and equipment to 6 different hospitals and medical facilities in 6 different cities in our district here with Rotary. You can imagine the thousands of families and children that will benefit from these improved medical equipment that's been donated.